Hello everybody on our Sunday Showcase. I'm delighted to introduce Leeanne, and Leeanne is the author of Single, Young and More Than a Mum.
Yay!
This book is amazing, it's so inspiring and it's so beautiful. Give us a little glimpse at the inside of it, Leeanne.
Okay, so
the words are beautiful, but the interior is beautiful.
Look. So we've got some photos. It even features a journal.
Yes. There's lots of places where you can write your thoughts out. So Leeanne, who is your book for?
So my book is dedicated to all the single mothers out there, mainly aimed at the young single mums. I think it is a group of women, the young single mums especially, where, we find ourselves where we don't know what to do when we're in that situation. So because I am a young single mum and I've been through a lot of things that, a lot of other women do, I wanted to share my story with them and let them know, that even though it's very hard and it does seem like you're not going to be able to make it, that you can. And so I wrote this book for them to let them know that, things will be okay, and, there's lots of other people going through the same thing and you're not alone.
That is a very powerful why.
Yeah.
And thank you for writing your book. It's very special and I know it's going to help so many people on this path. Leeanne is going to read some of her book for us out of the Loving You section. I love this section of the book. It's beautiful.
So this is one of the middle chapters and it's called Loving You. So I'll just read from the start. Okay. Self-respect, self-love and self-worth. They all start with self, so do not look to anyone except yourself to find them. These three values create and alter the outcomes of every situation presented to us throughout our lifetime. If you have none of them, it's almost guaranteed you'll always be left with the short end of the stick, disappointed and taken advantage of. Do not try to find your self-worth through others. When you're left crying and praying to God to help you at 3 a.m, who was there for you? You. Who felt that pain? You. Who is left with the scars? You. You have to learn how to love yourself because you are all you've got. Accept yourself, all of you. Acknowledge the amazing qualities you have and also the dark dragon lady traits that you carry. For those who are thinking, I have no amazing qualities or I'm not good at anything, stop, because there are so many qualities women fail to see in themselves. What about the way you make your child laugh by pulling the ultimate silly face? Or how you can multitask grocery shopping, tech shots the night before, while your girlfriends sleep half the day away. These aren't big things, but it's the little things you're good at that make you unique and make you you.
Oh, beautiful.
Yes.
Leeanne, not everybody takes on the big task of writing a book. Can you tell us how you managed it? Because being a single mum and a working single mum, getting that time to do it.
Well, this book actually stemmed from a very, very dark place and a dark time in my life. My best friend died and I was grieving pretty heavily, and it still makes me emotional to this day to talk about it. But when she passed away, she was one of my only friends that has children. A lot of my friends, because I am young, a lot of my other friends don't have children. So for me, she was pretty much my only friend that I could talk to about mum life because she understood. And sadly enough, she passed away. And when she did pass away, I was grieving pretty heavily and I wasn't sure how to deal with the grief. So I started writing, and to be honest, I feel like I was subconsciously writing this book to myself because I was lost and I was that, mum who needed someone to tell me what to do because I didn't know what to do. I was struggling with being a parent on my own and young while I just lost my best friend, and, my mum doesn't live in this state, she lives interstate, so I didn't really have any help. So basically in the night time when, the emotions were heavy and I had a lot of, grief, and my heart would, it was painful to think about losing her, and I just couldn't, I had to keep my mind busy. So I think that's when, you know, I'd find that time to write this book, because I didn't want to think about my friend dying, and I didn't want to, you know, I just wanted everything to be okay. So I thought, you know, I'm feeling all this pain and all this grief, and what do I do with it? So I wrote about it, and I wrote it out, and I just wrote, you know, I was tired of seeing all these people, you know, not living up to, you know, not living their life like they could just because they think they're a mum, and, you know, that's all they should be. They should just be a mum, and they're not good enough for anything else, and they can't have a professional real job, and, you know, they just sit at home. And so I just thought, you know what, life's very short, and that was when my best friend died, you know, it was a wake-up call to me that life is very short. So, you know, using my pain as power and trying to reach out to those girls that are out there just to let them know that life's short, and you shouldn't take your life for granted, and you should be appreciative of what you've got, even if you don't have a lot. So yeah, when I was grieving, that to write it, and, you know, it's a sad story from where the book came from, but it's brought me to where I am today, and very grateful for it.
Do you feel that writing that out was good therapy for you?
It was, and I, you know, it was the life-changing moment of my life. When I started writing the book, I couldn't even put the words in a paragraph. I didn't even know what I was writing for. I just thought, you know what, I'm grieving, you know, and the idea of writing a book is so good as a thought, but to actually get started and put the words in a sentence on paper or write it out on a laptop is so much more difficult than you think.
So Leeanne, can you tell us where we can get this amazing book?
You can get this book, you can get it on Amazon, but you can also get it on my website. I do have Instagram and Facebook where you can even just search my name. So it's available through social media, but it is online as well, so Amazon.
Leeanne, thank you so much for chatting to me today. It's been an absolute pleasure. Thank you for writing this book, and everybody, coming up to Mother's Day, get this book.
Yes, get a copy.
For someone who needs it, or just for